Okay, so it is currently 11:10 and everybody in my house is asleep. Little fun fact about me. Um, I have a very high intuition and I tend to be very open to certain things. And I know this sounds crazy to a lot of people, and a lot of people don't believe or don't want to believe, whatever the case may be. So, usually in my life, if I have like a lot of stress going on or whatever else the case may be, my intuition kind of shuts down. Not my intuition so much, but my openness to things shuts down a lot. Um, and it's kind of scary. I get a little fearful myself. It's kind of unnerving. Um, I used to do tarot readings. However, I stopped doing them because I almost felt like I don't know, like I was messing with something that shouldn't have been messed with. So, before when I filmed my mukbang story time, my husband and my son, my husband owns a rental company for construction equipment, and him and my son were out delivering a machine. So they left about 4 o'clock and didn't get home till about 8 o'clock. About 58 seconds, if in my last video if you watch it, at 58 seconds, you'll hear somebody say "mama," and it's a man's voice, and it sounds like it's literally on top of my phone. Now, I'm going to show you my kitchen because my kitchen door is closed, which allows sound to be muffled because I was in here speaking and my child was here and awake and running around still. So I'm going to quickly show you what my kitchen looks like, okay? Just to give you a little idea. See, now there's a door and it muffles things. Usually it's all the way shut like that. So, when it's closed, you can't really hear too much. However, this was literally directly on top of my camera. So if you guys go check out my video, it's called Addiction Sucks. And it's a mukbang as well. About 58 seconds. If you roll 58 seconds into my last video, you'll hear a gentleman's voice say, "Mama." Um, Now, my thing is, I haven't ever been able to really see anything. Um, what happens to me is more so I get feelings, and like I could feel an energy. I could feel the energy there. I'm able to tell whether this energy is male or female. Um, and sometimes I'm able to tell the age. Um, I, I, I don't know much more than that. Um, to be honest with you, I don't really like messing with that kind of stuff too much because from experience and learning um, how to open my gifts and my abilities, um, with good always comes bad. And when you start messing around with things like that, bad things are able to disguise themselves as good things. Like, say you really, really, really want to talk to somebody who passed. If you start messing around, don't really know what you're doing, you're able to let all kinds of bad things in along with the good. And hence the Ouija board. I don't even mess with the Ouija board. Don't want it in my house. I don't want to be around it. I don't want to play with it. It's not a fucking toy. It's not. I don't know why they sell it in stores. I feel like they shouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. But, and guys, don't break my fucking balls about smoking in my house, okay? I only do it in the evening very rarely, and everybody is asleep in their rooms, so nobody is inhaling any fucking cigarette smoke. So relax, okay? Um, I'm actually going to tonight. I'm gonna try to take a quick nap. I'll take you guys with me and allow you to be there for what I'm gonna do tonight because yesterday night I was on the phone with my best friend and I was in my living room. It was about 2:30, almost 3 o'clock, which is usually the um, suggested time. For whatever reason, activity goes on a lot around 3 o'clock. I used to, it's been a long time, guys. I used to be able to tell you why 3 o'clock is the hour, but I don't really remember. And as far as like my tarot readings, um, again, it's not like I'm really messing with the future because I could just really give general and it's feelings that I have. Like when I flip the card and start reading it, it's generalized. It's very generalized. Like I haven't studied that long and I haven't gone that in depth. But the more open I become, the more things just come to me and I'm open to that. So yeah, I'm gonna try to nap. I'm not promising I'm gonna get up at 3 a.m. because I feel like once I fall asleep, I'm not gonna get up. However, I'm gonna do my best, and yeah, maybe I could bring you guys on a journey. Maybe we'll get something. Maybe we won't. I'm really kind of curious as to who this person is. Sometimes it's not. My husband makes fun of me because he's like, every place we go is haunted. I'm like, it's not the place, it's not haunted. It's just me. Like, I'm open to things like that. I'm just open to things like that. And especially when my stress level is all the way down. And it seems when I'm at my happiest and my most serene, that's when this activity starts to occur all the time. So, yeah. So go take a look, check out my video. 58 seconds. It's literally right after I show the sweet potatoes. And again, the guy says, Mama. And I feel like he's like, hey, Mama, like, what's good? And I don't feel like it's anything bad. I don't. And usually I can get that feeling right away because I'll feel fearful and I'll feel an overwhelming sense of dread. Um, so, let me pull into a story time real quick. I was traveling into Elizabeth, New Jersey, and as I was getting off the train, like Elizabeth, New Jersey is not really a great area. By the train station, there's a lot of people who hang there and, solicit money, etc., etc. So usually, because I'm a woman, I'm usually a target anyway, because I guess they feel like maybe they can intimidate me. However, I ran there when I was in active addiction, so I unfortunately know a lot of people and never burned any bridges because I was not that drug addict ever. Thank God, because that's not a place you want enemies. It's really not. They'll shoot you over $5. So, when I get off the train there, and if it happens to be dark or even light, I don't like any of my jewelry to be able to be seen. So usually if I have like my wedding bands on or my earrings, and the diamonds, so I'll take them off before I get off the train so I don't have any readily visible jewelry, um, you know, for whatever reason. I don't feel like getting robbed. Not that's on my to-do list, guys. So the other day I was traveling with my baby and I was just physically exhausted and tired from all the traveling that I had done that day. And we were on the train for hours and hours and hours. And I forgot to take my earrings off when I got off the train. So I step off the train, I light a cigarette. I'm like, okay, Mama, I'm like, let's go get on the elevator. So this gentleman steps up to me and he was very obviously intoxicated. You could smell it coming off his breath. So I stopped to light a cigarette because I hadn't had a cigarette in about 3 hours and I was nicking terribly. So I get off the train and this guy says to my face and he's like, $3. I'm like, $3 what? He's like, let me get $3. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, sweetie pie. I don't have it. I'm like, I've been traveling all day with a toddler. I don't have any more money. And like, I just spent the rest of my money, on my train ticket. Now, mind you, this day was very rainy and cold. And I initially had a big giant plastic bag that I had all my shit in because it was pouring rain when I left my house. And I didn't want the baby's blanket, my backpack, and her diapers and everything to get wet. So I put in a big giant plastic bag. On my way home, the handle of this bag had ripped. So while I was on the train, the rain had subsided when I had gotten to Neptune, New Jersey, the doctor's appointment. So when I got on the train, I consolidated everything and I put everything together. So I had my purple backpack on, which my wallet was on the top. So this guy was walking next to me. He was just walking next to me because I had said, no, I don't have $3. I'm really sorry. He started digging in his pockets and he's like, just, please give me $3. I'm like, I don't have it or else I would give it to you. I'm like, I have a bag of snacks if you're hungry. So then I start walking away and he starts walking next to me. And guys, I don't know. I'm very big on trusting my gut instincts on things. So, and I feel like that gets me out of a lot of things and keeps me from being in trouble a lot. I had this overwhelming sense of fucking dread. Like something really bad was going to happen if I got into that elevator. Robbed, raped, robbed at the minimal, robbed and raped at the worst. So he says, well, be careful. I said, oh, honey, I'm from these streets. I'm like, I used to run here. So then he's continuing to walk with me. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm not getting in the elevator with my baby. I have no way to defend myself. I have nothing on me to defend myself with. No fucking way. Ain't happening. So then he places his hands onto the top of my backpack. And I'm freaking out at this point because I know he could feel my fucking wallet. So I'm terrified that he's going to fucking rob me. And in a long time, I have never felt this overwhelming sense of dread like I had that day. And so he's like, well, now you're from here. And I was like, what the fuck? And he just kept walking next to me. So I started digging in my pockets, looking for my phone. I was like, I have to call my husband because I need to get on the phone with somebody. Maybe this will deter him and make him get away from me. So I get on the phone with my husband. I'm like, and he's talking. I'm like, can you please shut up for 5 seconds? Please just shut the fuck up. And he's still talking. I'm like, babe, shut the fuck up. I'm like, please just listen to me for a minute. So I proceed to tell him, and this guy steps off a little bit. But guys, it scared the shit out of me. And when I pulled my tarot from my app when I got home, it pretty much spot on said that my intuition was extremely high and that it would get me out of a sticky situation that day. So that really freaked me out. But just know, always trust your gut, okay? Trust your gut. Always, always, always. Don't second guess yourself. If you feel something, go with it and trust it. Because literally, guys, 9 out of 10 times, your gut is spot the fuck on. So, anyway, thanks for listening to my story time. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. If I get 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. So let's get these likes, get these subscribers up, and check out my other video, Addiction Sucks, mukbang story time / heroin sucks, and check it out at 58 seconds. Bye guys.